Hey, welcome back to a new video. How you all doing? Hope you're all well. So today we're literally jumping straight in the van and we're going off to try and get this tow bar sorted out. We're dropping off at the garage. We're running a bit late, so we need to shoot off, but he's only going to charge around £45, he said online. At least that's the quote he give on, not online, on the phone. That's the quote he gives, so hopefully it's around that and he gets it sorted. But yeah, so we're going to shoot off there, leave the van with him. We don't know how long he's going to be. So we're going to have a little wander around the Bingham, like the little town. And hopefully by the time we've had a little wander around, he's ringing us back up and it's ready to come and collect. If not, Tabitha's mum's coming to get us, and then we'll have to go pick it back up later. But like I said, we're running late, so we need to shoot off. Alright, so we have good news. The van isn't sorted, isn't fixed, but they know what the issue is. They just didn't have time to actually fix it today. But they found all the faults. We just got to take it back Monday, and then hopefully it comes back with all the faults sorted. So they found a fault with the sliding door. Basically, I think it's all just to do with like grounding points. That's what he said on the phone. So he's found the fault with the sliding door, so hopefully that'll be working Monday. And he's found the fault which is causing the light on the dash. It's to do with like the grounding points for the actual tow bar rather than the connector, which we thought it was. But like it's all found, which is all good. Now we're back at the farm and we're going to crack on with finishing off this floor. So literally we're going to cut out the floor. Luckily we have the old panels, so we're just going to use them as templates, cut around them. And we've got to do the wheel arches as well, so we're going to do the wheel arches before we actually like lay the floor down. But we're going to cut the floor first because it's best to do that while we've got some light. And then we'll insulate all the wheels, wheel arches, and then lay the floor. And then I think we might just do some sound deadening after that, and that'll be it for today. But let's get cracking. Alright, so we've come inside the tool shed now. I'll quickly show you how we plan on actually cutting all this out. Dead easy, dead simple, especially when you've still got the old like wood paneling for your floor. So this is how we're going to do it. So literally lay it down on the floor. The new wood is underneath, as you can see. You can see the difference between old and new. So you lay the old one on top of the new one, and then just cut around everything, or just mark it out first. And then we're going to take it in there and cut it all out. Luckily this one's dead easy because I've took them bolts out, so I haven't got to cut them holes anymore. I've literally just got to cut that, and then on this corner down here, there's a little nick down there, just need to do that. And we've got them ones over there we need to do. So this is how we're going to do them all. We'll set a time lapse and get it done. Alright, that's it, that's all the wood cut out. There's two pieces back there behind me, and the last piece is in here that we've just cut out and sanded down. Now we need to go test it in the van and see if it actually fits or not. Hopefully it does. When we did the VW, we had to make some minor adjustments and stuff, and that's kind of a pain. So hopefully we cut this perfectly this time. Let's go see if it fits. Alright, so what we found is this one here just needs a little bit trimming off. It's just that little bit. All the other ones are perfectly fine. It's literally just that one there that just needs trimming off a bit. Alright, so we just had second thoughts on this actually, because if I cut that off there and then pull it all this way, it's going to actually leave a gap in the middle, and that fits perfectly. So what I'm going to do instead is just kind of take that corner off like diagonally, so it kind of comes out this way and then just kind of goes out a little bit, because otherwise it fits perfectly fine everywhere else, just this bit. But I don't want to cut that whole edge off because then we'll have a gap there. So I'm just going to take this edge off and like smooth it out so it kind of fades out a bit. Alright, that's it done. You can't really tell, there's a little nick, but that looks a lot better. It kind of just goes out nicely.
Right, so that's the flooring in. It's starting to actually take shape now. What we've done is we've just screwed a few of them, like few screws in, just so it's secure. Once we've got all the stuff in, it won't move anyway, so it'll be fine. But that's just for now. But I think now what we're going to do is get on with the insulation on the wheel arches. We're going to use, what is it, foam stuff?
Yeah, it's like, I can't remember what it's called.
But it's in here anyway.
Yeah, we'll show you when we actually get it out.
And then I think we're going to silver foil insulate it. And then I think that's near enough us done for the day. But I'm really proud of what we've done today. And it's really starting to actually start to become our home.
Right, so this is that stuff that Tabitha was saying that we're going to stick on the wheel arches. It's like that black foam sound deadening / insulation stuff. So we're going to stick this on first. Luckily it's self-adhesing, so it's got like sticky on the back. Peel that off, stick it on, and then we're going to put some spray glue on top of that, and then stick some of that silver foil bubble insulation on top of that. Then some aluminium foil tape just to kind of seal it all in, and then that's the wheel arches done. Yeah, we was going to do it before we actually screwed the floor down, but if we did that, our cuts for like the actual flooring would have been a bit out, so we'd have to like cut it out. So if we sod that, we'll just do it on top, because the wheel arches are either going to be half under the bed and half under like a seat in a kitchen unit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You're not going to see it or anything like that, so it don't matter at all. So let's crack on with that, because it's already about 5:30 and we want to have a bit of an early finish today after having such a late finish yesterday.
What does everyone think to Liam's new headwear?
Keeps all the rain at bay. No, but in all seriousness, it's just because we're using spray glue and I don't fancy inhaling it. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm wearing that. But that's one wheel arch done. We're not doing this to vapor barrier or anything like that. It's kind of just to keep some heat in the van, because in the VW, the wheel arches was like ice boxes. They were so cold. So we definitely wanted to put some insulation on them this time around to try and help it. And yeah, I've kind of seen like and heard mixed reviews on vapor barriering, because obviously if you trap the water in, it makes it really hard for it to get out, then you can have some issues with it. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about that. It's kind of just to keep as much heat in as possible and as much heat out in the summer as possible. But I'll show you like a bit more detail how to do it on the other one, because this one I just kind of wanted to get it done. And yeah, so now I've done it once, I'll show you a bit more detailed on that one, how to actually do it. It's not hard at all. Alright, so first things first is I've already put one strip on this side, but I'll show you how to put another one on. It's very, very simple. You're probably watching this going, alright, I don't want to see how you do this, but just in case you do, you cut a strip out, peel the sticky back off it, and just stick it on. It's not hard at all. But it seems pretty good stuff though. It seems really good stuff. It's kind of a bit faffy just because it's kind of like an odd shape. But yeah, so if we cut a bit off, and then I'll stick it on, and then show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so I've cut a strip off. It's not exactly very straight, but all I'm doing is kind of just bending it round and then trying to cut it so it kind of matches up with this one that's already on there. Easier said than done. But all I'm doing is like bending it round and then just kind of following the one that's already on there with the scissors, and just kind of trying to get the rough sort of shape. So when you actually fold it, it kind of goes round and meets the other one nicely. Try and do that on both sides. And then literally peel the back off, he says. Yeah, now this is the hardest bit, because you've got to try and like get it in position like that, and then peel the back as you're kind of pushing against it. Let's try and get it in the right place. So this one's a little bit under, but I can kind of squidge it in, and that's pretty much it. It's very easy to do, and obviously you just got to repeat all that just to kind of cover it all, and then these little off-cut bits you just got to squeeze in and stuff like that. But it should help a lot with the insulation, because just putting your hand on there compared to that is night and day, literally night and day. So yeah, that should help quite a bit, and anything that helps is a bonus. So that's literally it. I'll finish this off and then I'll quickly tell you what I'm doing with the actual foil. Alright, so now we've got all the insulation stuff done, going to do the silver foil bit. I'm going to actually try and obviously not waste any of this, so this is like an off-cut from when I did that side. I'm just going to kind of use it and just use a bit more aluminium tape to kind of seal all the gaps. But literally, I'm doing it in like 2 parts because I don't fancy like bending that over there, just gets a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, I'm doing it in 2 parts. Just kind of hold that on and cut it down. And then, now that's cut out, I need my mask because I don't fancy doing myself in with that spray. Right, so what I'm going to do is just spray this on the back of it, and then obviously leave it for like, I don't know, 10 seconds and stick it on. Yeah, very simple, nothing complicated here. Alright, that's the first piece stuck on, and then it's literally same again, just repeat the whole process until it's all covered with this foil. Right, so don't follow my instructions on this because this looks like an absolute mess. Do what I did on that side and just cut off strips and put it on. Don't try and use up the leftover scraps because it looks like a jigsaw puzzle. And I'm going to have to use more aluminium tape now for it. But this is awesome stuff, but the only thing I don't like is the fact that you have to try and get the backing off it. And luckily I've got some nails because I ain't cut my nails, and I was actually going to cut them, and I'm glad I didn't because otherwise it would be a nightmare. But yeah, so literally all I'm doing is kind of just going over all the joints with this aluminium foil tape, and that's obviously sealing it all and joining it all together and all that sort of stuff. So I've just got to plaster this whole place now with aluminium foil tape because I made a hash of it. But once I've done that, then it's all sealed and job's done. Right, so that's what it looks like now we've done both of them. Really happy with it. Nice and easy job, but it took us a few hours to do. But yeah, nice and happy with it. So we managed to actually get done what we wanted to get done today. And then tomorrow we're getting on with doing the sound deadening for the walls and doing the same insulation stuff. So we're going to fully insulate the walls before we do the wiring.
Yes, for sure. But I think that's it for today because the dog needs to go for a walk and it's getting cold and dark and we're getting hungry.
Yeah, as always.
So we're going to end the video here. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.